Hey guys, got the TenPoint Venom X here. Just came in today, just got it assembled. I felt like the instructions were pretty good. There wasn't much to do, just putting the scope on. It did say in the instructions that came with it to put the scope the whole way at the front. That wasn't comfortable at all, so I left. There's 3 notches, and then the scope mounting bracket. So I did that. That was a little bit different. And then the quiver. That's obviously simple. The instructions were a little confusing with the Accuslide. I've never had an Accuslide before. I had the manual pull, and then I did have the Accu-Drop for my last one. But basically, this thing's really simple, so I'm just going to show you real quick. So basically, we got this little, let me get a little closer, get these dang ribbons or strings out of here. So we got this little lever right here. Now when I got mine, I turned it the wrong way and it got locked. So when I pushed these, nothing happened. That thing was stuck. It wouldn't do anything. I actually had to decock crank the whole way down. I'm not sure what I did. And it was my bad. I jumped the gun and started twisting that before I was supposed to. But I decranked it, got it the whole way down. Once it locked in, I was able to caulk it, get my shut off, and then once I got my shut off, we were good to go. Never had that issue again. So I got to push this little guy down, and it just starts falling. You got to help it out a little bit. I assume once I've had it a little longer, it'll go down on its own. Let's see if I can get this here. So it goes down, and then you don't have to hold this in. It's free, and it'll touch that. Basically, here you just push it down, you'll hear it click. The little safety will shoot back to safety, showing you it's clipped in. I gave it a little extra push, make sure it's clipped in there. And then pop this out of the handle. And then this is honestly where it got confusing for me, because they were saying backwind, and I mean obviously that's kind of self-explanatory. Well, anyway, I'm gonna show you. So I'm stopping halfway through. It's halfway cocked. This is crazy. That was always my fear on my last bow, was a Wicked Ridge, and you know, my hand never slipped, but I've heard horror stories of people's hands slipping and it unwinding, cracking them on the hands, breaking fingers. But yeah, one crank, let it go. Still a little gun shy about it, but it works great, and it works great on decocking too. All right, so we are going to wind up. Hopefully, there we go. And then you're going to see that same thing when I push down to release it is going to click in place. And you'll see it move. There you go. Clicked, bounced back up. All right, so here's where the instructions confuse. I mean, they honestly weren't that confusing. Maybe I was just excited to get going. But you're just going to turn this one complete turn backwards. So it started here. You're going to crank it the whole way around. Back to where we started. All right. And we go ahead. You pop that out. Put it back in your bow. All right, and then we got this little black, you can see it there, you can see it, it's right there, this little black button here. So you're gonna push that, and it doesn't really click in right away. You just gotta hold pressure on it, and then you're gonna take this and you're gonna turn it counterclockwise towards you. And as you're turning, this will kind of push in a little farther, and just keep holding that in, and you just turn it. I mean, I got about one turn out of it, and then it just stops turning. It's tight, so that's all you gotta do. Let up on that, and you are ready to shoot. So, let's see, I already got the scope sighted in at 30 yards. So we are going to, I'm gonna do this the right way since I'm on camera. Keep your fingers above the string line. All right, got that in there, and we are ready to shoot as soon as I turn the safety off. All right, and these scopes go out to 70 yards, so I got it sighted in at 20. I got it out in, I mean, it's crazy accurate. I split one arrow, and so then I started shooting for different targets on each one, and I was hitting dead on bullseyes for everything at 20 yards. So we're going to go to the next line down in this ProView scope and see how we do with this 30 yards. Kind of wait for that wind to die down. All right. I'm gonna, actually, you know what? I'm gonna shoot another one. It's right here. So yeah, same thing again. Push down, let that thing slide down, and you just gotta make sure it clicks in place. It's clicked in. We're winding it up. I'm taking a break. Just joking. I'm still pretty impressed with that. Clicks in place. One full turn back. Push that button, pop it out. All right. Get this black button under here. Push it in, and then turn this. That's about all I got. Let it go. We're ready to go. And then we'll go see how good my shots were. I actually already shot it at 30 yards, and I was hitting bullseyes on every shot, or at least I'm gonna say I was hitting bullseyes. I actually did. I hit bullseye on my first 3 shots, except for one I pulled, but I knew I pulled that one. It wasn't the bow's fault. All right, let's shoot for the bottom left. All right. Might have pulled both of those a little bit. I put about 20 shots through it on. You know what? I'm not even gonna make excuses. It's cold and windy today. All right, I did pull that second one a little bit, but at 30 yards, nailed the bullseye with the first one. 30 yards, skimmed this little bullseye with this one, and that was a pull. Not the bow's fault. I felt it on both of those. So far, freaking awesome bow. My yard is 30 yards long, so that's as far as I'm shooting today. But we got some property where I hunt, so I'm gonna get out there at some point. And I would never shoot a deer at 70 yards, but the scope goes out to 70, so I will shoot a target at 70 yards, and I'll film that too, maybe. Depends on how close to the bullseye I get on that 70 yarder. All right, that's all I got for you.